Hi, this is Dr. Janson, and today I would like to review the New Balance 990 model. And podiatrists love New Balance 990s because they take orthotics very easily and they're very supportive shoes. And they've been around for a really long time. I don't really know off the top of my head, maybe like 15 years, I think. New Balance 990s. And when a new model came out, they would call it version 2, and then came out version 3, 4, 5. I remember when version 5 came out, this is maybe 3 or 4 years ago, a shoe store called me, "Hey, version 5 came out." And I was really nervous. I said, "Oh no, I hope they didn't ruin it." Those 990s are perfect for orthotics. They have a high lip, it's easy to get the orthotics in, and there's plenty of room. And the upper on that shoe is perfect to hold the foot onto the orthotic. So the shoe store called me. The new version came out. And I saw the new version 5, and the guy said, "No, it's better than version 4." And it was. It was better than version 4. So I was really happy when version 5 came out. And now version 6 just came out. So again, I was worried. I hope it's still as good. But from what I see and what my experience so far with patients is, it is not as good. As a matter of fact, it's not a good shoe at all. And there's a lot of problems with it. So what I wanted to show you was the problems with the version 6 compared to the version 5. And this week I just happened to have a patient come in, and she had both the version 5 and the version 6. And they were about equally worn because she was switching them off each day. So let's take a look at the two versions of New Balance 990. Okay, now in this shot I'm showing the back of the shoe, and again the version 6 is on the left and the version 5 is on the right. Now look at the back of the shoe, and you'll notice that on the version 5 on the right, that the top is square, coming across square, and then you see a V shape of thick padding back there. So that padding is great because it's coming behind the Achilles tendon so that the shoe doesn't rub on the back of the ankle. And also notice how much higher the shoe comes up. I would say it's about a half a centimeter higher coming up on the back of the foot, which means it grabs the back of the foot better as well. And the better the shoe grabs the foot, the straighter the foot will be on top of an orthotic. Or even if you didn't have an orthotic, you would be more supportive. Also notice that you can notice that the suede piece that's attached to the back comes up much higher. You see that? It comes up probably where that V is on the version 5. You see how that's about a centimeter higher than on the other shoe. There's also like a piece of thick rubber at the bottom that has another New Balance insignia on it. That looks supportive. In this shot, now this is like a walnut shell game, so you have to see now the version 6 is on the right, because I'm looking in the front of the shoe. So look at the tongue again with this shot, and you see that version 6, I don't know if you can tell, but it's, you can see that the tongue of the shoe is thinner. And look on the left at the version 5. You see how there's like a thick kind of a decal that's stitched on a piece of leather right in the middle. And that decal is really thick and supportive, and I believe that's part of the reason why the tongue is so solid on the V5. It's probably hard to see it in the picture here, but if you could feel it, you would see right away that the version 5 on the left is a more sturdy tongue. And now look again at the back of the shoe, and you're going to see what I mean about how the top, which is straight across in the back of the 5, is a better shape because there's a lot more cushioning going around the Achilles tendon. And then look at the one on the right, that's the version 6, and you see it's just like a point. It just comes up to a point. So there's way less surface area padding that Achilles tendon. And when you think of surface area, you're thinking of support. So the more surface area you have touching the foot, and especially since that part of the padding is going to attach in the front to the shoelaces, you can really control the amount of support you have, you know, around the foot, just under the ankle, with that very good padding. Now imagine also putting a pair of orthotics in there. Look at the one on the left. You see how it's a big concavity there on the version 5? So that's why it's easy to get the orthotic in. Now look at the one on the right. You know, you can see that it's more shallow, and there's a lot less of a concavity for the orthotic. So it kind of pushes the orthotic up and out of the shoe. Okay, now in this shot, we're looking at the bottom of the shoe. So now version 5 is on the left, and version 6 is on the right. And you probably could tell that version 5 on the left has what's called lug on the sole. And those are like square grid pattern that gives you a good traction without being like Velcro, because you don't want it to be like Velcro, because then you're going to trip. But then again, you don't want to be too slippery either, you know. So that's really good amount of lug on the version 5. And then if you look on the left, look at the version 6. It's really it's just black slippery lines there. So you really are definitely not getting the traction with the version 6 that you do with the version 5. So in conclusion, the New Balance 990, which was certainly the go-to shoe for podiatrists, recently the new model has been changed in ways that make it harder for a podiatrist, harder to get the orthotics in that shoe, and a less supportive shoe. The tongue deforming after only a few weeks of wear is very disappointing. They're not cheaper than they used to be, but it looks like the materials they're using are not as high quality as they used to be. So it's very disappointing. A shoe that I've had good luck with, if you have really big orthotics because you have very flat feet or you really need a lot of support, is the Brooks Ghost. I've had some good luck with that one. It's easy to put your orthotics in there. So we'll keep you posted when new shoes are coming out and try to give you an idea of what's a good sneaker walking shoe to get if you have orthotics or foot problems. We'll keep you posted. So please, of course, like and subscribe so that you can see the future videos, and we'll figure this out together. Thanks.